Hello, 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 hello. I made it. It's actually pretty easy for me to get in here this time of day and have these little lives with y'all. It's been a good day. Been a mighty fine day, and I hope y'all are having a mighty fine day as well. We have some people in here already. Let's see who all's in. Ace. Hi, sis. Judy Herman. Hi, Judy. Jovita. Hey, there's Chris. Did you get some sleep? Troy Sutton. What is up, brother man? Brian Wilkerson. What is up? Rebecca Touched by Yarn. Hi, Rebecca. Bev Wilkerson. Ann Parton. Melinda Dobson. I don't see you often enough. I hope you're doing great. There's Bowen. Hi, Thunderstick. I don't know. Looks like that's the short list so far. Welcome to all of you who are in. I'm keeping an eye on the sky while we're talking. We are being blessed this week with the promise of rain and cooler temperatures, which is good. It's 98 degrees right now, so it's not 108, it's 98, and it's humid. But y'all, I got to tell you about the coolest thing that happened this morning. I was just kind of settling into my morning, and I was actually getting ready to go out and do a video, and my phone rang. And it was my friend Lori, who lives here. She's across the road and up yonder. Anyway, she called, and I had thought about her yesterday, and I thought, I ought to check in on her because, it's her, and she's got grandkids, and she has a lot of family right around in the area. I really wanted to check in and see how they were all doing. Good, solid family. Anyway, so I answered the phone. We chit-chatted for just a second. Her first question, are you doing okay? She's a neat lady. Anyway, she says, look, I've got this stovepipe for you. It's for the wood stove that's going out in the shop. I've got a stovepipe for you. Can I run it over? I had things I needed to do. And it just dawned on me right then and there. Nope. I need to prioritize time with my friend. And so she came over and we sat out on the porch. Y'all, we were out there for well over an hour. It was more like an hour and a half, I think. And we just talked. We caught up with each other, and just kind of talked over the events of the day and over the last week. And y'all know what I'm talking about. In the really hard times, what I'm seeing is God kind of straps pillows on you so you don't land as hard when you fall. And those pillows are our friendships. They cushion us. When we're getting banged around pretty hard by life, we got our friends cushioning us. That's such a huge blessing. But I want to show you something. She brought along something else too. Y'all, she made me a quilt. I want to show you. It's so pretty. Oh, golly. It's so pretty. It's just beautiful. It has flowers. I'm not doing a good job showing you, am I? It has the flowers, and it has greens, and it has the blues, and it just feels like something very calming. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that pretty? And she says to me, Oh, I made that for you out on the deck. Nights are going to start getting chilly, and I thought maybe it'd be nice to just have something to just kind of toss over you on those chilly nights. It is way too nice to be going outside, let me tell you. I'll cherish it. But that's what I mean. God gives you cushion from the bumps and the bangs and the dings and the dangs along the way in life. And those cushions are our friends. And he has blessed me with an abundance of stuffing. I'm just making light, guys. Debbie Drock is in. Hi, Debbie. Virginia Alexander. Hey, there's Heather. Hi, Heather. Hey, there's Scotty. Hi, Scotty. And in that, we have our close personal friends that you won't see on camera, and then we have our YouTube friends who are also content creators, and so we can kind of commiserate with each other when things get a little tough and it's hard to come up with new content and yada yada, all the things, right? And they're just as valuable to us. And then we have you guys, many of whom we have not met face to face, and many of you we have, but you're all extended family to us. You all matter so much to us. Since we started this whole YouTube thing, we've had some dark times in our lives. We've had some dark times. And I am not ashamed to tell you, you guys made it a whole lot easier to navigate. We appreciate you and we thank you for that. It matters. So we have exciting news on the homestead. Joel came in from work last night and I could tell something was on his mind. And I said, babe, what's going on? He says, you got me that really nice bandsaw for my birthday. And I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. And I'd really like to get out there in the shop and mess around. But then I'm not here spending time with you. How blessed am I? He actually likes to spend time with me. So, and I want him to spend time doing what he wants to do. So I said, well, I might have a solution. Might have a solution. The back side of the shop, it's a big shop, but the back side of the shop isn't but about 20 feet from the house. So I'm hatching an idea. Excuse me. We're going to build a structure on the back end of the shop. And there's going to be a solid glass, think like bulletproof doors. Like you go into a cop shop, the bulletproof doors. So we're going to find a door like that. There are a couple of cop shops around here that are doing some renovations, and I'm thinking I might be able to find me one of those doors. That'll separate the addition from the rest of the shop. 10 feet of the new addition down on the other end will be walled off with a door, and it will be rodent proof storage. So everything that is being stored in the shop right now, like all the Christmas stuff and all the stuff, I can store out there. I can also store some additional, surplus things from the house out there. And it'll be a YouTube studio as well as my pottery shed. Build a little deck off the front of it because when you look out, you're looking at the pond and the woods and the mountains back off behind us. So, yeah. So, pen to paper on that. We're going to be making a plan, doing up our lists, figuring it out. It's going to match the existing shop, which is a huge metal structure. But it's going to be nice in there, guys. It's going to be nice. That way, I can hang out there with him, still get my stuff done, but we won't feel so separated from one another. Thought it was cool. He liked the idea. So we're going to do that. Hi, Karen. Hey, Radio Jonesy, what's up? Did I say hi to Lori Carp? I don't think I did. Hi, Lori. So that'll be exciting. That's not going to be coming. That's not going to be happening. Probably not this year. We're getting a little long in the season to do that, to start that. And it's going to be pretty in depth, but it's coming soon, guys. It's coming soon. But Joel ended up going out there and setting up his bandsaw. We had a pear tree that was rotten on the inside. It was rotting from the inside, and it was right in the middle of the front yard. If you look at our videos, you'll see a stump that's out there. It has a flower pot on it. That's what remains of the pear tree. But Joel cut me off these little rounds. I'm going to try to get in. Can you guys see the grain of that wood? It's really unique. It's very pretty. But he cut me off a whole bunch of these little teeny tiny rounds. And he's getting ready to cut off some more. And we're going to do up different designs on them. Like this one, for instance. I'm probably going to do a sunflower in the center of it. I'm not going to say why or for what the project is. But you guys hang out. We've cooked up something cool. I got to wait. I've got some supplies coming so that I can do this project, but it's going to be fun. Joel is going to tear into our dishwasher tonight. That dishwasher, we got it. Let's see. The first things to get torn out of this house were the toilets. Wow, were they nasty. Same day, same hour, the kitchen sink that was here got ripped out because that thing was nasty. And the dishwasher got torn out because I don't know what these people were doing. It wasn't healthy. But anyway, so it's a brand new dishwasher. It's only a couple of years old. And it's not doing a very good job. So going through a couple of YouTube videos, because yeah, that's where you find out everything about everything. We found that there is a filter, more like a trap, but you have to take out the bottom of the dishwasher. So he's going to tear into that and do that tonight. So we can make sure everything is spick and span and working well. Yay. If there's time after that, we're going to do some laser engraving. If we end up doing that tonight, I'll go ahead and bring you along for it. I'll show you what we're doing. It's going to be a lot of fun. This week has been, I probably, like so many of you, we've been absorbing what has been transpiring. And I don't remember exactly when it was I said it. I think it was the day. For me personally, I said it to myself as soon as I heard the news. My immediate prayer, tears streaming down my face, my immediate prayer was, God, use this to your glory. Use this to your glory. I know that the battle is won. Give comfort and soften the hearts of those who hate. That was my immediate prayer. And it's been my prayer every day since. So this week is all about paying attention to what's going on. If I see somebody who's struggling, if I see somebody who is hurting or feeling fearful, I'm reaching out. I'm reaching out. Because that's what we do as people. We don't keep scorecards. We don't, well, you did me wrong, so no, we don't. That's not what we do. If I see that you're in bad shape, I'm going to extend my hand. Say, come on, let's talk. So that's kind of what it's been this week. It blew my mind. Every church around here on Sunday was standing room only. It was incredible. We are not in a highly populated area by any stretch of the imagination. And it was amazing to see people who are self-proclaimed agnostics, I guess is the better word. I don't want to say antagonist. That's a mean word. Agnostic, self-proclaimed atheists, Satanists. They're all doing an about face and going, wait a minute. Hold on here. This is going to be used for God's glory. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And that's awesome. That's what we need. We need to remember that we are all humans. Every single one of us matters. And we all have a purpose. I'm 60 years old and I do not know what my purpose is yet. So I'm going to keep putting one foot in front of the other until I'm told what my purpose is. Until I know what my purpose is, I'm just going to keep showing up and I'm going to keep sharing good news. That's what I can do. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, there's Kim. Hey, Kim. What's up? Yeah, Ace, it's hot over here too. You guys, it's always so good to see you. What? Is Ed in here? There he is. Hi, Ed. I was in your live the other night. Was it last night? It's all running together on me now. Hey, guys. I don't know if you knew. Our Miss Lori's prepping for heaven. She's back in the hospital, guys. They're running tests. She was struggling. And she made the call to get into the ER. They've admitted her in. I don't know anything beyond that. So let's just keep her lifted till she gets back on her feisty feet again. Awesome. Yeah, so I've got some good content coming. The thing that's holding me up right now, the next project I'm doing, it requires special molds, and I had to order them. They were supposed to be here yesterday. Now they're not going to be here. The latest update was they're supposed to be here this coming Saturday. Yeah. Amazon's getting more and more expensive, but they're getting sloppier and sloppier in their shipping. And I don't know if you've noticed this. I like to watch the tracking. And these molds that I ordered, they're coming from Indiana. We're in Arkansas. Indiana, Arkansas. These molds left Indiana and they went to Georgia. Then they went to Florida. They went up to North Carolina. They're out in, oh, they're in Denver right now. Who knows where they're going to go next? But I think every place that they stop, that packages stop, I think they ought to have their own unique stamp to show, their travels. It's crazy. That's why we're paying so much for shipping. Oh, aw, that's awesome, Debbie. That's awesome. That's awesome. And I'm not sure. Hey, Bobby, what's up? Um, I'm not. Road trips, life, and redux. Hi, thanks for coming in. Ah, I read something that threw me off. Pardon me, but we do have a lot of fun stuff coming up. Oh, one thing that I'm going to be doing prayerfully this weekend is making my world famous barbecue sauce because I'm just about out. And that's like a cardinal sin around here. Thou shalt not be without barbecue sauce slash good mop. It's a thing. Anyway, so if the temperatures are right, like not too blooming hot, I'm going to make my barbecue sauce. I love making it. I love making it. There's a naughty ingredient in there, but it gets cooked down. I'll just tell you, I put Jack Daniels in mine. The alcohol cooks out of it. It's not like we're getting tanked up here. We don't do that. Yeah, so yeah, and I'll bring you along for that. And I'm looking at the sky right now, and it looks very promising for some thunder boomers. I hope so. I love a good storm in the afternoon. When we've had a really long stretch of hot weather, and then we get that afternoon thunderstorm. Not anything wild, just good rain. Yeah, and I love it. What's going on with Brian? What's going on with Brian? What did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, Brian, did that just recently happen? Prayers for you, friend. Oh man, that's hard. Yeah. Yeah, and if any of you need prayers for anything else, just put it in the comments. If I don't catch it while we're live, I always read the comments after. So, yeah, I don't know. I think the 3 o'clock hour doing lives on Tuesday. I think it seems to be working out pretty good. What do y'all think? Um, well, there's 33 people in here. I'm no Crocker yet, but that's not bad for my little old channel. All right, Bobby, thank you so much for that. That was very kind of you. And I do not think I have your number. Bobby, if you think about it, send me an email. The email is on the page. Here before too long, I'm going to be going over to, well, we're going to be going over to Rachel and Sean's, and we're going to be checking in with Mary and Miley. So when we're out that way, time allowed, and if you're around, we'd love to stop by and say hi. Okay, Jovitas. Whoops. Charlene. Hey. Good. Jovita speaks, we listen. That's kind of how we roll up in here. Jovita speaks, we listen. Yeah, I hope we get some rain. Everybody saying hi to everybody. Hi. Do that rain. Oh, very cool. Well, hey, Christy. Very cool. That's awesome. Yeah, more of that. Yeah. Serving others. All right. I just need to know where you are and how to get a hold of you. So, yeah. Uh, guys, I don't know what happened. I don't know if the little portable air conditioner, if it sprang a leak. I'm not sure exactly what, but I was walking across the rug to go into the powder room in there, and the rug was wet. It wasn't discolored. So it's not animal. And they know better than to do that in the house. But I don't know. That's a mystery to me. I don't know where the water came from. So when we get off of here, I'm going to check that out, make sure it's not leaking somewhere. I do not need this floor to get ruined. Um, in the living room by the fireplace, maybe you guys can help me out with this. So we used a product throughout the house called luxury plank vinyl. It's a thicker, it's a wood product, engineered wood product. It's not flimsy, it's not thin, it's not the cheap stuff. We burned up a lot of blades cutting this floor. Anyway, by the rock fireplace, the the flooring is kind of bubbling up in one area right in front of the fireplace. And I do not know why it's doing that. This morning it was really bad. Right now it's not as bad. But I don't know what the fix would be for that. That seems to me like that would be a moisture thing, maybe, or I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I could I could use a couple of tips if any of you handy dandies out there have any ideas how to fix that. I don't think, I mean, anything's possible. These days anything's possible, but I don't think he would be drinking out of the toilet. So I don't think so. And I am freakish about it. Keeping the toilet lids shut. It's one of my pet peeves. You see people playing around on uh, playing around on their cameras, and the toilet's always hanging open. No, it has a lid for a reason. Anyway, we keep ours shut all the time, so there's no drinking out of the toilets up in here. How did we get on this conversation? Melinda? See you, Virginia. Be safe. I hope there's not a big problem too. But y'all, we have a new plan. We're going to get to 100,000 subscribers. I know. We're almost there. But God willing, and with y'all's help, we're going to get there. And I'm going to do a collab for a house build. That's all I'm going to say. I have the builder picked out. I've had a conversation with that builder just today, and they are open to it. But I have to hit 100,000 subscribers first to make it worth their while. Yeah, baby. Pipe dreams, guys. But it's fun to dream. You never know, though. We might become this mega channel. I don't know. So this is where I learned. My nephew, he was just a little guy, and he was getting into everything. It was my responsibility every day to take care of him. And he did. He got real curious about the toilet. And before I could even react, he got himself in there on his head. I jerked him by his gosh bagosh is out of there. He was okay, but it scared the ever loving everything out of me. So yeah, from that day on, lids are shut. Lids are shut. So if you come visit us, just remember, shut the toilet lid. Always flush it and close the lid. I am just freakish about bathroom manners. Keep it clean. It could be. And why not? Why not? But the floor plan that I picked out is amazing. It's about the same size house as this, but there are a lot better storage options. And the pantry in this thing, holy cow. Yeah, there's enough room for all my stuff. Let's see what happens. You never know. You don't know. Yes, Troy, we know that. You have shared that with us that you pee outside. More power to you. The monarchs. Wow. The monarchs are starting to migrate. Have you noticed? I've been seeing a bunch of them. Seems a little early to me, but well, it's the middle of September, so I guess that makes sense. David, what is up, my friend? I don't know if you were in here hearing me talk about the luxury plank vinyl flooring in the living room bubbling up. We cannot figure out a fix for it. Maybe you have some ideas. Email it or drop it in the comments. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, Kim gets it. She's one of my pillows. Yeah. She's one of my pillows. I don't know if you were in here, Kim. I was talking about how God gives us pillows for cushion when life is banging us all over the place. Yeah. I count you one of my cushions. One of my pillows. Hey, there she is, Linioki. What's up? Well, Joel's not here. He works during the day. It's just me. You should be. And I'll make sure to put you on the opposite side of where I usually fall, okay? Because I don't want to mush you. Life is short, you guys. Life is short. Yeah, it's getting good and cloudy, and I see some really dark, rumbly looking ones out there. Ooh. I hope so. Chris, are you getting rain up there? Question mark, exclamation point, question mark. Drill a small hole in the loose floor and use a syringe to shoot glue under it and stack weight over it. The concern I have about that, David, is that for some reason, right there in the same area, it keeps periodically humping up. And if I were to, because I thought about injecting glue under there and then doing the weight on there to hold it down. The concern is if it's a moisture thing, I'm going to end up splitting the planks. I don't know. I'll put some thought into it. No rain for Chris. But thank you, David. I don't know if it's maybe something where I need to cut like an airstrip type of thing between the rock of the fireplace, just put a little gap in there so that the floor can, I don't know. So it's not as bad this afternoon, but this morning it was really bad. So it moves. Oh, the pink on me? Yeah, I like my pink. I've got something very cool that a subscriber sent to me. And she told me, she says, be watching for it. And I know what it is, and I'm excited. It's a t-shirt, and it's red, so I can wear it any Friday. And it's a Team Jesus. So, yeah, buddy. You're in a drought, Charlene? Yeah. That since May? Wow, that's a long time. Okay. David, that makes sense to me. That's kind of what we were thinking. Then what I can do to disguise it, I can just do around the edges and just slightly raise the trim board so that it can still move underneath the trim, but you don't see a gap. We do have central heat and air here, but the air conditioner side of it doesn't work very well, and it's extremely expensive to run. It's an old unit. It's going to have to be replaced here before too long. There were leaks at the fireplace. That's a really good question. That's a really good one. Yes. The people who owned this place before us spent about 18 years burning household trash in the fireplace and caustic stuff. And when their dogs would poop on the floor, they would burn it in the fireplace. You get the picture? Anyway, they didn't take care of things. And the inside of the fireplace is all rotted. It was. We have patched the holes so no more water can leak in. But yeah, there was some serious leaking going on. Yeah, there's no leaking anymore. Joel went up during several big rains up into the attic, all around the fireplace to double check and make sure that there are no more leaks, and there are no more leaks. Yeah, owning a house is always a work in progress. You betcha. And this, we feel good because the people who live along the road here have made comments like they've never seen it looking so good. So we just keep chunking away at it a bit and a piece at a time. Whatever we can do, we're doing. Okay, that's exactly what I thought you were talking about. So that's actually ideal because I do not have any baseboard up in here yet. So it's just a matter of, you know, cutting a 1/4 inch away from the walls. And yeah, the baseboard will cover that right up. Housemates have old unit. We changed out parts, kept flooding the house, cleaned out the pipes, ruined wood floors, so I ripped out hallway. Yeah, no, we don't have anything like that going on with it, but yeah, there over the years there were moisture issues. We put in the moisture barrier and dried it all out underneath there, so we don't have any leaking going on now. So I don't think that's the problem. But I don't know, guys. This new washing machine, it does comforters like nobody's business. It's fabulous. It's fabulous. Squeaky clean. Well, the comforters are not squeaky clean. No. But speaking of squeaky clean, I have to, it's that time of year. I got to give all the dogs a bath. We do not have a bathtub in this house. We have a drive in shower. Okay. I'm going to get wet and I'm going to get hairy. It's going to get ugly. No, there will not be any filming, but I'm going to have to actually get into the shower with each of the dogs because we've got a handheld thing as well as, you know, the uppers and all that. I got to get them done. And they're weenies. I can't just do them in a galvanized tub outside. They'll never forgive me for that. That they'll turn me into PETA or some, I don't know, animal abuse thing. They have to have tepid water to suds up with. Anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I will film it because that should be good, fun, clean fun. I don't know. I might have to. What brand washer? It is a Kenmore. Speed Queen was still a little out of my price range. And we pay cash for everything. So this is what I could afford in an extra large capacity machine. And I love it. I love it. It's plain Jane. You push a couple of buttons and boom. It doesn't communicate with your phone. It doesn't communicate with the oven or anything else. It doesn't know. You plug it into the wall, you turn the water on, it washes your stuff. Bada bing, bada boom, you're done. It doesn't notify me when I'm running low on fabric sheets. Don't use those things anyway. Or detergent, or yeah, it's just a very basic washing machine. It does what I need it to do. King size comforters. Para. So you must live in an uppity area because our Tractor Supplies don't have the dog washes. Now they had them back in Colorado, and that was pretty handy. I think it was like for $7 or $10. You can go in there and use their facilities, and all the hair was there. Yeah, they don't do that here. You guys are gluttons for punishment. You guys are you just want to see it, don't you? Sierra's a good girl. The boys are little jerks. No, they're big jerks. They're big dogs. Yeah. Guys, we've gone about 45 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and close it down. It's 4 o'clock. There's a couple of things that I got to do yet before Joel gets home. And I just kind of feel like I spent the day the way I needed to. It was good getting to spend time with my friends, just hanging out on the front porch, just enjoying each other's company and catching up. It's been lovely to hang out with you guys for a little bit. We appreciate you. But I'm going to close it down so I can get the rest of my chores done. I got to figure out something for supper tonight. What's for supper? You don't know. Well, I don't know how to make, I don't know. Mike did a premiere. Sugar plums. Oh, no, I didn't know he was doing a premiere. I'll have to go over and watch it. So, y'all, like we always say, first and foremost, God bless you. Keep you safe. Don't be fearful. Just pay attention. Keep looking up. Say thank you. Do that often. Keep your attitude of gratitude. It can be found in everything. So find the gratitude. Find something to be grateful for every day. And y'all, we love you and appreciate you. We will catch you on the flip. See ya.